world! So last week, Pete had shaped a bowsprit for a customer. The old bowsprit was rotted. He came to Pete at his woodworking shop to shape him a new one, and I had Pete speak for this since he was the woodworker. I'm trying to kind of introduce him to the camera, get him used to speaking on the camera. So I made him kind of talk in this one. So I hope you guys have a good weekend. I started a Patreon account. Pete and I are going to record a CD. I'll put the link to the Patreon in the description. Patreon is great. It helps with any kind of donation. It helps with getting cameras, getting new equipment, anything that might be needed to the editing and filming process. Thank you so much for becoming a Patreon. I'll see you guys again next week. Okay, there you go, there's that.
Here is a rotten bowsprit, eaten by termites, that we have to build a new one for. So Courtney's filming me working on this. We used Spanish cedar, which is a good wood for this, glued together, laminated together. And then we took some measurements off the rotten bowsprit and transferred them over to the new one.
What you doing here?
Marking the center. Here.
Good job. What are you doing right here?
Marking something with a pencil. For the end of the bowsprit, where the collar goes. Look how fast I'm cutting. Courtney sped up the movie so it looks like I'm worth my money. Here we are cutting the ends of it. And using the bandsaw. There's the end final circle we want.
Layla has eyelashes. Does all see them? Show everybody your eyelashes.
That's the rotten tin. We're going to make a new one here. I used a circular saw just to notch this, because I wanted to leave it a little big, and so I could just use a circular saw on that. Tap out the little, that's one way to make a notch. And then smooth it out with a chisel. And that'll be half the tenon. And then there's the whole tenon that'll go into the Samson post. Here's the chamfers that we're going to put in just with a draw knife, which to make it match the old one. Just kind of draw it in there as evenly as you can get it. And then at the end, epoxy thin down with denatured alcohol. Soak it into the wood. Some people use epoxy thinners, or they buy a pre-thinned epoxy. And then it turns out really nice. You can either sand that and paint it, or sand it and varnish it. It should hold up for a while.